Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Manny B Investing in BI, and I've got another video here. I want to start with some of the protocols that I am really excited about currently using, communities that exist that I want to be a part of. I want to help grow, and that's what I want to do. I'm just going to be really intentional, and I'm really just going to love on the things that I love and the people that I love. I just really want to be intentional this year, and I want to do things the right way, or what I feel is the right way. You know, I'm a human. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm probably making them right now. Audio, new mixer. I don't quite understand it 100%, but I'm learning and I'm adjusting and I'm playing with the sound. But it's different. And there's a whole story about why I have a new mixer. I'll get into that once I get get to the point where I have video set up. I don't have that right now, so bear with me, please, in this bear market. But let's go ahead and talk about BlueShift. And I have videos on BlueShift. I've talked about BlueShift. I've traded BlueShift, but I feel we need to kind of start over. I want to learn, I want to teach, I want to engage this community, and I want to build and grow it. And I know they're a business, they have investment dollars, they have staff, they have people that are marketers, that have a job and are getting paid to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. So, one app, many ecosystems, bridgeless cross-chain swaps. BlueShift is a portfolio managed cross-chain DEX with low impermanent loss, low slippage, zero fee arbitrage, and superior UX for asset management. And they've got a lot of content and articles and things of that nature that we can cover, go over, read, learn about, and then actually use the application. But I guess we'll start with the most important thing. When it comes down to these projects, what do I like? I like good tokenomics based on a standard that I kind of just have loosely floating around in my head. I like use case. Does it work? You know, promises. Are we here? Is there a platform up? Are they promising a platform? We have a platform up. It's working. I'm using it. I do have questions. I have concerns as well. This isn't going to be all, sunshine and rainbows. There are going to be things that I may not understand. I may not like. I'm going to voice my opinions, right or wrong. And the people that are in charge of educating in community building for this project, this company, they'll correct us when we need corrected, and that's okay. I like bringing up ideas and thoughts, even though they might be wrong. That's okay. We can make mistakes. We're human. So I like to look at token, the BlueShift protocol token. It's a Cardano native token that is bridged to Milkomeda. And we all know what Milkomeda is. And if you don't, Milkomeda is a EVM or Ethereum virtual machine sidechain for Cardano. It allows Ethereum-based applications, Ethereum-based tokens to connect to the Cardano Layer 1 blockchain. So very cool stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, and this goes way over your head, don't worry about it. We're going to give you visuals, and we're going to talk a heck of a lot about this stuff. You're going to get tired of it, right? So, of course, they have a link on how to get blues. You can swap on their DEX. You can buy it in a number of different places or swap for it in a number of different places. But we are going to look at and talk about this token. Why does it exist? Why do we want it? And what benefits do we get by accumulating it, holding it, swapping, trading it, what have you? All right, so the Blues token holders will be able to participate in decentralized portfolio management by voting for adding, removing tokens, and changing their weights. It will also be possible to exchange Blues tokens for the protocol fees on special decentralized auctions. Okay, so special decentralized auctions. That is my first question. What is that? What do they mean by this statement? I haven't seen a lot of this statement mentioned in the Discord or any of that stuff. And don't worry, what I will do is I will have links and everything to get into the Discord. The links to the decks, to the site, the Telegram, what have you. So don't worry. Information will be flowing. You will be overwhelmed with information about this project when we are finished. I guarantee you. So we've got hashes of the asset. So we have the hashes for the token on the Cardano blockchain, on the Milkomeda blockchain C1, and the Milkomeda Algorand A1. Even though I think they shut this down, the token still exists. It's out there for Milkomeda Algorand. Algorand is another blockchain that they really hit a wall. They're trying to turn things around. I'm interested in it, but yeah, I don't really know a ton about it. So we're going to hold off on Algorand for right now and focus on BlueShift, Cardano, Milkomeda, and the next blockchain that they expand to, which I believe will be Polygon, is what the rumors, what the documentation posts talk about, but it hasn't happened quite yet. So it is what it is. But what is the point of this token? It's utility. That's what people mean when they talk about utility. What's the point? What is its use case? Why do we have it? Why do we want it? It's utility. There are several uses for the Blues token across our ecosystem, including gas token for transactions on the Blues chain. This is something else that has been mentioned that we haven't really seen, hasn't really materialized in news articles by them or really talked about by them. And I get it. It's a bear market. They're kind of, bunkered down, building, conserving funds, what have you. It's used for paying transactions and other costs associated with using BlueShift over the Blues chain. There goes that mama. There goes that name again. So the Blues token is going to be used in like a gas, like my complaints for seller. The seller token literally is just for staking, for assurance, I think. But they could easily make the protocol better by allowing you to use seller to be fees. But for whatever reason, they didn't do that, and I don't think they have any plans on doing that. But looks like BlueShift has their head in the right direction and started off saying, hey, we've got this token. Let's use it. Let's give it use case. Let's give it utility. Let's use it for fees. So I like that. I like that idea. The base token across our portfolios to facilitate trades between portfolios, diversifying the liquidity of the index token. So it's like you'll be able to bridge this token across different protocols, and with that, you'll be able to use it as fees, or you'll be able to use the token value to make swaps. So for instance, you can swap ADA for Blues, and then you can take that Blues and you can move it to Cardano's Milkomeda C1, and you can swap it for something there. And then maybe you can swap that for something on Polygon or something on Ethereum. So that's what they mean as far as base token. It is the transportation token, or it facilitates trades between portfolios and even blockchains. So that's pretty cool. Incentive and rewards tokens for liquidity providers for farming and for the various yield pools. So the Blues token will be given out for taking part in the protocol by doing things like staking your tokens, yield farming, and things of that nature. And in the future, they're saying there's going to be governance, so that this is going to be a future governance token for the decentralized exchange. When the people get to cast votes and do things like that, I don't believe that mechanism is built. Again, they're not really talking about it. What I want to do is I want to answer these questions. I'm going to throw my thoughts out there. So don't feel like, if you're from the project, don't feel like I'm bashing the project or making fun of or light of or scrutinizing. I'm not, in a sense. I am kind of putting my thoughts out there so that they kind of land in the minds of the people watching this video. The next thing as far as tokens that we all, should really take heed to understand is going to be tokenomics. How many tokens exist? What is the split? How are they distributed? And the big thing for me is the team's token. The team is only going to get 7%. You know that I say anything over 20% is a red flag for me, and I'm very weary. So in this case, the team will only get 7% of the token supply. So that's really good. So that's a big one that I pay attention to. Where's the team's tokens? How many are they getting? And how quickly are they getting them? Is it spread out over time? That's a big thing. So we'll dive into that in more detail in a future video, of course. The Ecosystem and Develop Fund is the second highest allocation, and I like that. This is for development purposes, to pay developers, to pay for infrastructure, to basically keep the company that's developing the protocol running. That's where bulk of those are going to go from. The 20% strategic round, I think that's fundraise. 8% private round, again, another fundraise, so they can create income, so that they can pay employees, pay for services, whether that be, paying Surtech to do an audit on the code. They make changes. They got to get audits done again. So pays for things like that. Token liquidity, of course, and all of this is past. The token's launched. It's out there. A lot of this stuff has happened already. Again, 6% for a seed round. Again, that's another token. That's like a raise to raise capital. Liquidity providers. This is what would go to, people providing liquidity to their portfolios, the rewards being paid out to them. 5% for strategic partnerships. That's kind of, again, another fund that benefits the protocol. It allows them to pay for things, get services from other companies, advertising, whatever. But it looks like advertising is broken up into its own separate bucket, and they have 2% for that, advertisers and marketing. And this is in tokens. So if they want to spend, they have to swap those tokens for dollars. And what you want to do, what you want the project to do, is you want them to do that when the token is at a higher value, because you don't want them selling the token low. Just like me and you, we don't want to sell tokens low. You don't want your friend to sell the token low. You want to wait until the bull market's in, things start ramping up, and that's when you want the project to start selling tokens so that they can get fiat, so that they can pay for the things that they need: future development, partnership, strategic partnership, marketing, all that kind of deal, all that kind of stuff, to keep the lights on, to keep the project moving forward until it can stand on its own. On this page, it also gives us the current price of Blues. It's at just above 3 cents. It gives us the current circulating supply, and I do believe that this is constantly changing. And it gives us the holder count. We're really early. The token's worth a very little amount of money, in my opinion, and there is a low amount of holders, in my opinion. The market cap is extremely low, in my opinion. So this is another pick of mine that I believe will be as epic as Paribus was. Remember, where we kind of all met with Paribus? That's when I kind of really started making videos. Still like Paribus. There's a lot to cover with Paribus, and I'll make videos on that moving forward as well. But I'm really digging the Blues token. I'm digging the Blues protocol. So let's take a look at a few things. So I'm looking at, and I have the 34 million circulating supply. The market cap's at 1.1 million. It's got a total supply of 100 million tokens. So 100 million, in my opinion, is low. I think it's a really good amount. I don't like, especially the Cardano dexes, having billions and billions of tokens. I think it's just really silly. Some people like it. I just don't. I think 100 million is good. And also the other direction. I don't like when projects have, like the unmentioned one that we always have problems with, have 10 million tokens. Like, what game are you playing? It's like this mental game that they're playing with you. I think middle of the road is good. You don't want too many. You don't want too few. I would say, anywhere between, 50 million to 500 million is a fair amount of tokens, depending on what the project is, depending on what the token does, right? So I've got, a goal. 20,000 tokens, I think, would be a good, solid goal for someone, an average person. Maybe it be someone that works at Dollar General or McDonald's. I know a lot of people like to say, put my McDonald's hat back on and getting back to work in the bear market. So we'll just say that someone that works a regular job, doesn't have a ton of money to invest in crypto. What would be a good goal to set? Me personally, I believe that about 20,000 tokens is doable. And with Blue's protocol built the way it is, you can do that in a number of ways. So don't sit there and look and go, whoa, $673. I don't have that kind of money to spend on some imaginary magic internet money. That's fine. We're going to move forward, and we're going to show you ways that you can do that and get to that point, hopefully without spending that much money. So what are we talking about? What is my estimate, or what is my goal? A lot of people want to go. They want to ask. They type on Twitter. They hit me up in the comment section, send me direct messages. They go, what's your price? What is your bull market price? And a lot of people are going to be upset, but I like to be conservative in my finance, right? I believe my goal, 20,000 tokens, right? I believe $30 million is my target. It's where I'm going, all right, this is good. I really need to rethink things. Maybe take some profits, maybe take profits along the way, but I don't want to diminish my token amount before we get to a real good bull market, right? So we want to be smart. But I think that is where I would want to be. So we have a potential worth of just under $20,000. If we get to this point, if we get to the market cap of what this AVA token is, you're looking at about $30 million in market cap. And we're looking at, given, the token supply, which is increasing. I don't know how much it's going to be increased by the time we get to that point. But let's just do a little estimate. Let's say we get about 40 million tokens, 43 million tokens we get there. What are we looking at as far as price? 69 cents. Nice. What does that look like? What does our bag look like at that point? About $13,000, almost $14,000. Could you deal or do with $14,000 minus capital gains tax, of course? You got to pay the government. Could you do with an extra $14,000 before taxes? I know I can, but what about you? I think you could too. I think that'd be a nice chunk of change. And I mean, look at the chart. Even today it shot up to 3.9 and kind of came back down. So you can DCA. And we'll get into that, how to buy the token, how to trade, some stuff like that. I'll make a separate video on that. But I really just want to look at BlueShift, the token right now in this video. So let's take a look at CoinGecko, a website that I really like. seems to work a lot better than CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap has gotten a bad rep lately, but the community loves it. But I like CoinGecko. That's what I use. Do they have like a dark mode? I feel like we should use a dark mode on here. We'll figure it out. 3.3 or 0.03345 or 3 cents, just a little bit above 3 cents. I want to pay attention to this stuff, right? Because people use this. So there's 306 watch lists that this token is on. I have it on my watch list, but that is so low for a protocol that's up and running on Cardano, up and running on Milkomeda, and I believe we're going to go to Polygon. That is a very low amount of watchers. So what does that tell me? That tells me that people just don't know about BlueShift. So we're early. We are extremely early. Extremely early. All it takes is some word of mouth, good marketing event, and this thing takes off like a rocket ship. So you don't want to be left holding the bag, so to speak, when this thing takes off. Or I believe it's going to take off. Fully diluted valuation is 3.3 million. 24-hour trading volume. We're going to pay attention to this stuff. We're going to look at the volumes. We're going to look at TVL. 1.2 million in TVL. We're going to talk about that TVL and why that's important. Circulating supply. I really wish that they would supply this information. But it's difficult because it's a multi-chain protocol, but others can do it. I don't see why BlueShift can't. Could be a money thing. They don't want to spend the precious resource on something that's, an aesthetic, essentially. The total supply, of course, is a max of 100 million. I don't think they've burned tokens. I don't think they have any plans to burn tokens. That could be another question that we can ask the community, the project. What is your stance on token burning? Do you foresee that with the protocol? Will you be utilizing those types of things, burning tokens? Or does the protocol really, really rely and is built on having this maximum amount of token and is dependent on that? So it's just a question that we'll probably get to ask someone. But this website has things like its website, its explorers, the community pages, source code, and whatnot. So we got range here, 24-hour range. We'll pay attention to this stuff. I want to track and pay attention to this stuff. This is what my goal is, right? We got a 7-day range. We got a 24-hour range, all-time high, $2.16. That's high. Do I feel like it's ever going to get back to that? Yeah, I think so. It's only about 100% down from that right now, right? Oh, wait, no, that's way wrong. That's not how no. Its all-time low is 2 cents. We're at 3 and some change. So we're pretty close to its all-time low. Not that far off. Wish I would have picked up some tokens back then, but hey, we're still pretty freaking cheap. We're still pretty freaking low. So, with that said, what do you think? Do you hold BlueShift? Are you interested in BlueShift? If you are, drop a like in the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Drop a message in the chat. Let's talk. Ask some questions. Give me some ideas. I really want to engage and join this community and really get this community talking. There's not a ton going on in the Discord. They have a lot of information. They prepare a lot of good infographics. They have an NFT collection that's out there, but there's just not people. And they have a really cool protocol. And, I want to talk about this. I want to help steer things in the right direction. I want to help build the community. That's my goal. I believe that this thing has what it takes to make it to the top. It's a beautifully run project. It's a great protocol that I really enjoy using. So I want to share that with you guys. And I don't want this video to go too long. But yeah, I'm back, guys. We're making content. I'm not going anywhere. So hit that like, hit the share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Peace.